Louisiana beer reviews, Forbidden Planet. This is from Blue Jacket Brewery of Washington, D.C. Forbidden Planet. Whoa. I bought this at Mathern's and they had a special on it this week, $1.99 for all the Blue Jacket beers. Okay, 4.2% alcohol. I was just starting a video, the only other video on the internet, but it's from the company, you know. It was by a guy that works for the company, the brewery, and they were at their tap room, and he was saying that it was a Kolsch style ale. But it's saying here it's a blonde ale. Well, I guess a Kolsch is blonde, but I don't think it's the same style of blonde ale. But he said that's what it was, and he said 4.2. I didn't watch the video because I didn't want to see what they said. I wanted to wait and see what I think about it. Untapped saying 73. Beer Advocates saying 89, very good. And Rate Beers got it at 95 out of 100. And also very high in the style. Can't quite remember the number. Okay. I can check. Let's see. Yeah, 100. I knew it was high. 100. They're saying it's a perfect beer in the style. A 100 out of 100. Wow. Okay. Now, they had already poured the beer when they started the video. Okay. Their video. And it's a very thick, just white, a slightly off-white head, but it's white. It's got some just dishwashing liquid bubbles at the top. Now down here, it's hazy, and it's mostly like just like a grayish yellow, which kind of Kolsch-ish. They tend to be kind of gray, yellow. All right. Got some, let's see. Bubble streams. And there is sediment. There are little specks of something in there. It's not a lot, but there's some. There's bubbles on the side of this clean glass. Okay. Let's go with the aroma for this rather rare beer. Why are we getting Washington, why are we getting District of Columbia beers in Louisiana? Washington, D.C. beers. When at the same time we can get only a few craft beers from Texas and Alabama. I don't know. This I do not know. It's a strange pattern we have. It's kind of lemony in the nose. Dry hop with Galaxy hops. Kolsch style though? I don't know about that. But anyway, lemony. White bread. Now it's breaking down into that sponge-like head of foam. All right. Taste time. First thing I noticed is more bitter than I had expected. Bitterer than I expected. I would say, minimum 2.5 out of 5 hop cones, maximum 3 out of 5 hop cones. I don't think it's 45 IBUs, but or 50 IBUs, but it's more than you would think it would be. Which is nice. Nice little tingly bitterness. Not harsh by any means. White bread. The white bread body itself and a little of the crust. Body is low medium. Almost to watery. And the finish is dry. Is it a good summertime beer? Yes. I'm sure it would be good any time of the year, but summertime especially, being at 4.2, same as Bud Light and Michelob Ultra. I bet the calories are not that low though as those two that I mentioned. You can tell it's got no rice or corn in it though, it's just pure barley malt. Water, barley malt, hops, and yeast. Not as dynamic as some of the cultures I have, but then of course we could say, what Kolsch is dynamic? It's a subdued style. Yes. Okay, so it's even more or less dynamic than the rest. But that's not to say it's bad in any way or that it's unworthy of a good score, because it is worthy of a very high score. I don't know about 95 out of 100 and 100 out of 100 in the style. I'm not prepared to go to that extreme. However, yeah, I figure it's going to make this meringue type head, you see? That's a very good sign of quality, I do believe. Look at that. Get Bud Light, see if you're going to get a head like that. Or Michelob Ultra. Bitterness is more in the head, but that's always the case. Any beer I ever tried in my life, if I taste the head, it's more bitter than the beer. Score. $1.99 for the pint is a great deal. But when it was, you know, $4 something up, $4.29 a pint, whatever it was, maybe it was $3.99. I just, you know, I just go through all these craft beers on the shelf, and there's so many, dozens and dozens and dozens. I can't buy them all. I mean, all like $3.99, $4.25, $4.99, $5.20. Are you crazy? And then it goes on. I'm like 4.2, 5.1, 11. Oh well, let's see this Imperial Stout 11. You know, it's just, they're more exciting. So you might criticize me and say, well, that's what you do. You chase the excitement. You want that to match the price point. Yes, that's probably true. But in this case, they lowered it to $1.99, so I bought it. Next week, when it's back up to the higher price, I won't buy it. You know, the normal price, I won't buy it. All right. They got me discombobulated. Talking about Kolsch, though. Maybe. I mean, it's blonde. Oh, more sediment. Yes. I don't know what I really can't comment to that because their website doesn't say much. And these companies need to do a better website because they might say, well, we poor, you know, we don't have a lot of money. We can't afford all these graphics. Well, I'm not talking about graphics. I'm talking about just text. You don't have to pay more for text. Just type it. Tell me about the beer. Tell me when it was introduced. Tell me what the ingredients are. That's not cost prohibitive. Do I like fancy graphics and interactive website? Yeah, it's nice, especially since I'm not paying for it. But I really am more information oriented. I rather the information. I've seen some very plain websites that just text. So much information. A good example would be St. Arnold in Houston, Texas. Very plain website. They probably haven't updated the format of it since 2005, but it doesn't matter because it gives you so much information for each beer. When it was introduced, if it ever used an alias name, you know, a different name, ingredients, awards, description, everything. And that's what we want. Oh, Oh, it was clear, and now look at this thing here. I felt like Paul McCartney. I had a feeling down inside, oh yeah, that it was going to cloud up. Look at this here. There are specks galore. I don't know if it's picking up on the camera, but it went from mostly clear to opaque and orange. Because, you know, everybody had a good year. Everybody let their hair down. And everybody pulled their socks up. Okay, it's good, you know. I could sit here and say, oh, it's not strong enough. What kind of idiocy is that? It's not meant to be. It's a 4.2% golden ale. A lot of people like lighter beers. So that's fine in that respect. I think I'm going to go with 93. Most excellent, getting into most excellent, 9.3 out of 10. An A. And I'm starting to believe in the Kolsch more, but I'm not convinced. I've never been to a forbidden planet. I live on a planet though. So 9.3 out of 10, an A beer, and I'm going to end this review by saying, y'all go to the District of Columbia and tour the Blue Jacket Brewery.